All right, this is Joseph Brownlee, Body of Christ Real Talk. Welcome to some real talk when it comes to online business, man. Now, what I don't want people, I'm piggybacking on the last podcast I just made, and what I don't want Christians, because I'm talking to believers. This is for anybody listening to the show, but I'm specifically talking to believers because my number one goal is to help believers, including myself, to watch what we're doing when we're talking about business or anything. I like to just focus on the believers because Christians, we could be somewhat naive sometimes. And what do I mean by that? Sometimes most Christians wouldn't touch online business. They wouldn't do that. They think a lot of things are from the devil and they cannot do, so they miss out. They don't know how to go with the flow and do things and make things for good that they're against. They don't. Some Christians don't know how to put that together. I'm not saying most Christians, because a lot of Christians do, but you have those naive, and I don't mean just in a bad way, or ignorant Christians that scared to start a business unless it's a brick and mortar business, because that's the only business they was brought up to believe that could be started. Anything online, they think it's all evil. That's a problem with a lot of believers today. And they haven't got caught in the flow of it's okay. Some online businesses are good. A majority of them are not, but there is some decent online businesses. And then you have uh, the ones that's into online business, but they're faking it. They're trying to fake it till they make it. And they wind up being deceptive. And that's something I never wanted to run into. Even the system that I have now, and I'm not going to mention the system, I noticed it has my profile. And I wish I could just go in there. Maybe I could go in there and edit it, but a lot of the testimony, and I have to be honest with myself because I can't have nothing from God. And I got to look at it. I have to look at it this way. And that's why I got to start just doing my due diligence. Whoever makes, and I had someone do this for me. And I can understand you need some type of pulling point on some type of catchphrase when you're doing things online. But what I had noticed on my it's not mine, the catchphrase that's used, the majority of it is not really my testimony. You follow what I'm saying? It's a catchphrase. It's not me. And I'm not comfortable with that. Now, I'm not leaving it or moving it because of when I want it. Whenever I can get up in there, I want to change that. And what I had in there at first, and it's my fault, and I like the change that the person made in it. But is it me? You understand what I'm saying? Now, just say for instance, I use AI to straighten up my sentence and correct the grammar. But what I use it for is something that I'm saying. I just use AI to make it in correct English. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't spell and I don't use punctuations and stuff like that good. So it's my story. It's from my heart. But I don't know how to write it good and stuff like that. So I use correct spelling from AI to make it sound like I really want it to sound. And there's nothing wrong with that. Many people do that. There's nothing wrong with that because you're not lying and making up stuff. And whatever AI put there, and I know it's not me, I just tell them to change that. I'm not saying that. I don't want to made up. I want to sound as close as what I said as I said it, and I do that. But to have artificial intelligence writing your whole thing for you, I always feel guilty, like something is wrong with that. And many ghostwriters do that. A lot of people that write their books, they use ghostwriters. And AI is the new ghostwriter. Now, there's nothing wrong with that when these are your ideas and this is your real life story, but you just need a ghostwriter or AI to correct the grammar and break down how you really wanted to say it, but make sure it's close to how you talk and speak. And that's kind of hard to do. AI can do it, but it's kind of hard to do. Now, that's different because many people do that. Many Christians do that. As long as they don't have nobody writing a fake story about them that's not them, like they also do that too. See, that's my point. When you look at things, responsible, and I'm not always honest with this, because not because I want to do it. It's just I just let it go. But I still have some type of conviction. I'm not saying it's sin or nothing like that, because God knows my heart. But it's some things, if I am able to edit and fix things and put my own style on what's really me, I need to do that. Why do I downplay, or why would you downplay what you saying for your heart? Because everybody say you need to write this to get the pull, and that may be true. That may be true. That pulls people, but it's in me. Why would I say I'm making this money, not me and my family can afford to go to these trips? That ain't in my life. I ain't making all that money and I ain't going on no trips. And I noticed that when I read one of the things when I set up this marketing thing, I'm saying, that ain't me. I ain't been around no trips. I ain't been able, family. I'm not even married again yet. So what is it? It's a lie. It's a lie. And I want to change that. I want to change that. You understand what I'm saying? I want to change that. And I have to be honest, because I have to be honest with my listeners and everything if I'm talking about a business of what to do and what not to do and learn from my mistakes. Now, it ain't something that I done, but it's something that I allow. Let me say this again. Even though it was not anything that I have done wrong, it's something that I did allow. So I'm just as guilty because I allow it. You understand that? I'm guilty because I allow it. I don't want to be like that. I'd rather not do it. Okay, so now the product, I already told you, you can get caught up in not knowing nothing about your product because that product sells. But is it the product selling or how much money you could make from the product? That's what's going on in a lot of these digital products. And I'm guilty of that, and many others are guilty of that, of you looking at, checking out digital products because the low or high ticket that's on it that could be made off their product, and we don't even know much about the product. So that's another thing that I am changing. I want to know more about what product I'm selling. And it's sad and not right to not know what my product is about when somebody asks me. I don't know, man, but I know you can make $200, $300, $100 on it. Man, come on. Me as a believer, I need to have integrity. I need to be honest because I'm a man of God. I might as well just say I don't know too much about the product. I just know it's a blueprint that helps you, teaches you how to start your own online digital marketing business and set it up and how to market it, which is the truth. If it's anything more than that, I'm lying. I'm making up stuff. See, I'm trying to look for a sale. I'm not saying I'm doing that now, but I'm trying to look for a sale more than knowing what the product is. I know that data that digital marketing or digital blueprints, people do want to learn how to market online with their own products, no doubt about that. But that doesn't give me the freedom just to sell it for such and such a dollars because I know it can sell and don't know nothing about the product. You understand what I'm saying? As a believer, I need to know something about the product, okay? That's very important. And the other thing that I was talking about, let my testimony be my testimony. And I should have just kept that, what I had written in there myself. I don't mind the tweaking. I don't mind the grammar tweaking and stuff like that, punctuation. I don't have a problem with that. But I'd rather not you add that little bit more to it about, since I've been doing online marketing, me and my family can do this because that's not me and it's a lie. Don't get caught up in that, okay? So if there's any chance I get, I want that changed. I want that changed. And I'm going to talk to the person, could that be changed? Because I'd rather be like, because I feel dishonest. Because I haven't made a dime. See? And man, my family ain't going. What family you talking about? I got a fiance. I'm trying to get the money to get to Italy. You follow what I'm saying? And so that's not my testimony. That's a catching. That's to catch people. That's no different than the gurus. faking it until they make it. I'm not. I don't want to get into no faking it and making. My plan is never to fake it till you make it. And I didn't really read it till I read it. I looked at. I said, "Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Has this been?" I said, "Wow. I'm looking at this testimony, and this ain't my testimony. I'm not doing well because I started an online business. I've been in and out of business about 10 years, like I put there first, but I ain't made no money, and doing this with my family. That's not me. That's not my testimony. I wish, but it's not. See, I can keep it and just say, yeah, but it's not. See, my point is, I'm going to tweak that back to just normal. People don't mind if you're honest with them. And so I don't need that catch. I might not make a lot of money like all these other ones doing, if they really making it. I don't need somebody else's testimony on my website because that's going to pull it because it's their testimony. They say they made it. I need to just be honest on it. Don't have nothing on there at all. Or this is another way. Let them know that this is the owner of this thing and this is how good they done, and it's possible that you can do it too. See, that's more honest. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm going to do about that later on. Okay. Now, with all that said, it's a lot of snake oil salesmen out there on YouTube. I don't want no part of it. A lot of people making some money. Very few making a lot, but a lot of people is making some money on YouTube because YouTube paid them such and such a thing. And, I don't know too much about the algorithms and all that stuff, but people make a little bit of money. Most people don't make a lot of money on YouTube. I know you keep hearing me say that, but I'm just being honest. I'm exposing it. Most people do not, and they don't mind lying and say $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. And some of those numbers, sometimes they keep it odd, 51.7.3. 100,000, 2.6, something like that, to make it look real. Now, I'm not saying a lot of those numbers are wrong, but it ain't nothing they made. It's easy to make YouTubes and just say how much money you made. It's easy to throw a screen up there and say, yeah, look at my screen, look what came in today. That's not hard to do, but it's hard for me because I'm not that techie. But my point is, the majority, just like it was back in the day with infomercials, it's no different. It's even more online. Just you see how bad it was with infomercials. If you're that old, back in the 70s, I'm 60 years old, but I'm talking about the late baby boomers and the baby boomers when a lot of infomercials was out. You see how bad it was then. And you had a very few legitimate, real people on there. Just imagine billions online. How many is fake? And they're trying to make it. Now, the reason I'm not knocking all of them because I'm on track, like myself, we're trying to make it. But once you get in this online world, it's tough to be honest because that's the norm now. People think a little tweaking is not a lie, but in the eyes of God, it's a lie. See, that's the way I must look at it. As long as I look at it that way, I'm okay. See, I'm okay with that. All right. I like the concept of online business. I like the concept of being an independent freelancer. I'm going to continue to strive to be successful. But it's another reason I want to get this thing going because I have another passion that I'm getting to training for. It's life coaching. See, that's something from my heart, to talk to people, to listen to people in life coaching, just like ministering and teaching the Bible. That's something I can do. That's something I want to end my career with in the ministry, helping others, but making some income at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to conclude with that. There are online businesses out there, but it's okay to make money honestly, but do it while you're trying to find your passion and niche to grow that, okay? Because your niche is going to keep you a little more honest. A lot of times, I'm not saying, for everybody, but as a believer, as a man and woman of God, we must be godly and have some type of integrity, whatever endeavor we endure, and don't get caught up in the worldly ways. And I'm talking about myself as well. God bless you.